All right, good morning, traders. Today is January 7th, 2025. Good morning, and thank you for being here. I want to thank everybody out there in digital land. Thank you for subscribing to my content. I hope you find value in my content. Everybody out there in Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, YouTube, everybody, thank you so much for finding value in my content. All right, so this morning, my SPY pivot, 595.90. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. SPY closed. 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute uptrend. 10-minute uptrend was just like a one candle flyer that closed up over the 8 EMA. Okay, so SPY, FNGU, QQQ, currently in daily downtrend still. Made higher lows and higher highs, closing over their traps, over their 17 EMAs. Let me just say, they came pretty close to converting those downtrends into uptrends yesterday. We'll see what they got in store for us today. I'm thinking some consolidation, probably some chop, all right? IWM also in a daily downtrend. Let me just say all of the Fab 5 are in daily downtrends. IWM in a daily downtrend, made a higher low and a higher high, closing over bullish cross, but underneath the 17 EMA. Diamond Dow in a daily downtrend, made a higher high and a higher low, closing inside a bearish trap under the 17. Gold and silver still both in downtrends. Gold made a lower low and a lower high, closing inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Silver made a higher low and a higher high, closing over a bullish trap over the 17. UNG, I missed that a couple days ago. In an uptrend, made a higher low and a higher high, closing over a bullish trap over the 17. USO also in an uptrend, made an outside day. That would be a higher high and a lower low, closing over a bullish trap over the 17. US dollar index having a little pullback. We got a little bearish engulfing move yesterday, okay? Still in an uptrend, closed near the 108.21 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. Good morning, JW. Here's SPY, all right? And we can take a look at that last minute, 10-minute uptrend. You can see right here, they put that one candle in, just enough to come up over that 8 EMA. So we closed with a just barely, we squeaked out a 10-minute uptrend right there. All right, so let's take a look at the 2-hour chart. And 2-hour chart, we have, you can see this, the yellow, that would be the 3 EMA. So the faster moving average and price action candles are up over the 8 EMA and the 17 EMA right through here. So you can see price action in a 2-hour uptrend. Daily chart. Okay, daily chart. See, had we taken out this high right here, all right, if we would have had, instead of pullback, we went through, we could have taken out this and converted the downtrend back to an uptrend, but we didn't do it. All right, so probably going to be some consolidation through here today on SPY and QQQ. Okay, this is our all-time high anchored VWAP is this blue line. Okay, I changed it from pink to blue. And you can see down here in the 10-minute chart. Well, anyways, yesterday, higher low, higher high, closing over bullish cross, okay, and over the 17 EMA. So that's nice for the bulls to have the price action up over the 17. All right, so let's take a look at daily game plan. All right, so we had an open gap up here yesterday. We partially filled the gap, came up to about the 600 area, and then just kind of faded away. All right, a lot of profit taking going on right at the 600, right near the 600 area. Okay, so I think it got as high as, see how high it got yesterday, 599.70. All right, so we played calls all the way up into that area, knowing that I had a good hunch that there was going to be some profit taking around the 600 numbers. So we took profit between 599.40 and 600, and you can see we got out right in a 30-cent window right through there. So that was nice. We nailed the top on that one. Don't do that all the time, but that was nice. All right, so there's SPY on the daily chart. let's head down to SPY game plan. We'll pick it up on the 10-minute chart here. All right, so SPY game plan for this morning. All right, so let's pull this over. Okay, I like 3 DTE and 10 DTE Friday options, $2 to $5 out of the money. Okay, the further you go out of the money, the cheaper the option's going to be. All right, 3 DTE and 10 DTE. Again, you're going to find yourself having less risk with a 10 DTE because you got plenty of time to fix it. Whereas a 3 DTE or a 0 DTE, okay, you would have much less time to fix it if you're wrong, okay? So I like the 3 and the 10 Friday options. I like Friday options because they got more open interest, all right? So that's SPY game plan this morning, okay? So we have green erases red right here, okay, up over 597.45. So price action candles up there. Now I'm thinking we're going to get a chop day. All right, just telling you that right now. All right, so these green erases red entries might not go anywhere. All right, so but over 597.45 is my entry for an uptrend, and on the downside, below 594.25 is my red erases green entry on the bearish side. So we have an open gap up here, all right, and we have an open gap down here. And we just might flounder around between the two open gaps, all right. We might fill one and not the other. Not sure what we're going to do. I would say we're coming off of the 600 area. I would think they would want to find support first. And I don't think they would find support till they got down to this area, 591.13. Not sure how low they're going to go today. They seem to have found some support right through 594.25. We'll see what happens, all right? So we'll see what happens. So there's the SPY game plan. Below 594.25, I'm bear, all right? Bearish entry. And then above 597.45, I'm a bull. That's bullish entry, so I'd look for calls. Under here, I'd look for puts. Again, 3 DTE, 10 DTE, either one of those. Okay, $2 to $5 out of the money. All right, that's the game plan for SPY this morning. Got 2 open gaps, one on the top, one on the bottom. All right, let's go take a look at QQQ. QQQ also has a game plan. All right, QQQ game plan up over. Let's see if I can slide this over a little bit so we can get that in there. And let's pull this down. And QQQ game plan. All right, so here we go. Red erases green under 522.85. That's a bearish entry puts. Okay, green erases red over 526.52. That's the bullish green erases red entry. All right, 526. We could probably even move this in maybe a little bit more, maybe up to the top of that wick. All right, that's a possibility. Let's just go ahead and move that in just a little bit, give us a little bit of an edge right about there. You see there's some green candles, there's some red candles and some green candles. So red, so green erasing red right over that area right there. Let's change this right now. 525.80, 525.80 right there. Okay, so over 525.80 bullish entry, under 522.85 bearish entry. There's QQQ. Let's go look at the daily candle. All right, here's a daily candle. Fix the other screen. All of the Fab 5 made higher lows and higher highs. QQQ closed over a bullish cross over the 17 EMA. Nice work. Again, coming dangerously close to converting the downtrend into an uptrend right there. Okay, just a little bit more and they could have had it. All right, there's QQQ on the daily chart. Still stuck in a downtrend. The only difference is price action is up over all-time high anchored VWAP right there. I don't know how long they can hold that. That's a doji candle. That usually means rest or pause, maybe consolidation. That's why I'm thinking chop day. Okay, so there's QQQs. Take a look at IWM. All right, IWM on the daily chart. Let's move this up just a little bit. Move this up just a little bit. Okay, and again, higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish trap, but underneath the falling 17. Still stuck in quadrant 3. No longer just kind of neutral here. Moving up, giving it up. Okay, still stuck at the midpoint here on some consolidation that was right through here. Okay, so there's IWM right there, still in a downtrend. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow stuck in quadrant 3 as well, underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP, underneath the falling 17, no longer in the upper third or the upper quadrant, moving up, giving it up. Okay, that's just neutral. All right, we're on the bullish side of the midpoint here, so that's about the only thing it's got going for it right now. Nice candle yesterday. Again, higher low, higher high, closing inside a bearish trap, but underneath the falling 17. There's Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at the technicals. T2122. A little trip around the world yesterday. Okay, so we flew up here, kind of knocked on the door at the buy zone, couldn't get in. Made a higher high as compared to the day before. We had a higher low, made a higher high. Came back down, made a higher low, another higher low, but then right from there, hitting the midpoint, made a lower high, and from that lower high, we melted all day long. Okay, all the way back down through the seller's chop zone, actually knocking on the door of the bull's sell zone right here. Okay, bull's trying to defend that sell zone. All right, let's take a look at T2123. You can see price action here. Okay, a little up, a little down, back up. Got that lower high. You saw it on T2122. There's that lower high. Here we are on T2123. And then the melt off to the rest of the day. So they're coming down to challenge this low. Be interesting if they make a lower low. Here's the question. Are they going to make a lower low, or is this going to hold? All right, that's the question for today. Can they get this to hold, or are they going to consolidate in a bear flag over to the right underneath this prior all-time high? All right, so here we have the 200 SMA coming down, pushing price down like a force field, and we'll see what happens with that today. Again, this has provided quite a bit of support. You can see ever since the 19th, okay, there's the 19th of December. Price action has been holding up most of the time over this prior all-time high right there. All right, but they haven't got any bullish bounce out of here yet, except for that right there. That was the only bullish bounce that we got. But you can see the bears contained it underneath the falling 17. So still weakness on the bulls' part. We may need a pullback further south in order for the bulls to get inspired with a bullish stampede run. So we'll see what happens. There's T2123. On the 3-bar chart, again, it's the same chart. All right, it's just on a 3-bar. 3 more green, red candle bars right here. Again, we are in a big bear flag. Flag's getting kind of long in the tooth here. All right, it's looking actually a little bit longer than the flag pole. All right, again, this is our prior all-time high. You can see price action kind of hanging up right in this area right through here. So there's T2123, 3-bar. Price action, you see a lot of distance here between the 17 and the 200 SMA. Kind of got a flat 200 SMA up there, while we got a falling 17 on the 3-bar. So bulls not ready to turn it around yet. I don't know if they need a false, maybe we need a false breakdown. In other words, a failed breakdown. In other words, price comes down and then the bulls buy it right back up. That would be nice, okay? That could inspire the bulls that the bears are tired and they may take a run at this 200 SMA. We'll see what happens. All right, right now we're in a bear flag. I'm expecting that breakdown or further consolidation or breakdown. Right now we're going to challenge that low All right, made a couple days ago. That's what it looks like. Question is, can they make a lower low? FNGU. FNGU had a great day yesterday, okay? So here's yesterday's price action. That would be the 6th right here. Okay, so you can see we had a nice bullish gap up. Price goes up, hits the downtrend line right there, and then we waffle around, consolidate underneath it, find a higher low, all right? Making a higher low, find ourselves back up over it, and at the end of the day. So we're seeing bullish run right up there, pull back down into VWAP, and then they package a run back up over VWAP and over the downtrend line. Question is, can they hold this area? All right? They need to hold this area, need to produce a higher high eventually. So they also have an open gap overhead. So we'll see how far they get with that. All right, so there's FNGU on the other side of a downtrend line. Nice work on FNGU. If they happen to pop this high right here, all right, they will negate the downtrend and convert the uptrend. Okay, here is an all-time high anchored VWAP right back here on, this is made on the 16th. Okay, so we're up over that all-time high anchored VWAP. We're up over the 200, and we're up over the downtrend line. So bulls trying to make a stand here. Question is, can they produce the higher highs that are required? We'll see what happens. All right. So there's FNGU on the 15-minute. All right, let's go take a look at a few sectors. Start off with, well, let's take a look at my favorites. Energy is turned into my favorites. No longer is it precious metals. All right, UNG, yesterday, price action, higher low, higher high. Oh, they're giving me a chance today. I missed that one. Darn it. All right, so low, higher high, closing. Clear that out. Closing over a bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA right there. UNG in an uptrend. All right, have a little pullback. I like to get it right around the 17 or the 8 EMA. If it pulls back there, I think I'm going to pick some up on UNG. There's a daily chart. Price action closed yesterday darn near in the upper third right there. Okay, so UNG in an uptrend. This could be the year for UNG. We'll see what happens. All right, so darn near in an uptrend, in the close to the upper third. No, it is in an uptrend, darn near the upper third. All right, so we're looking for UNG. We'll pull back, maybe some consolidation through here. Like to pick some up. Okay, so they're on the other side of the midpoint. Finally, nice look for UNG. Now we need them to find some support right over here, right over the midpoint. You can see they found some a couple days ago, right there. All right, where the bounce up out of there. I'd like to see them find some more, all right around this area, and then start working their way back up to this $20 area. Okay, so UNG in an uptrend yesterday, higher low, higher high, closing over the trap and over the rising 17. USO also in an uptrend. Yesterday's price action is outside day, higher high, lower low, closing over a bullish trap, right? Nice trap. Look at that. Almost vertical. Price action closed over the trap and over the rising 17 EMA. Getting a little breakout. Okay, so hopefully we can get past this candle right there. We'll see. It's looking good. Making some higher lows and some higher highs. UNG in an uptrend. Silver and gold both in downtrends. All right. Silver, yesterday's price action. Okay, you can see underneath the all-time high anchored, 12-year high anchored VWAP right there. Price action yesterday, higher low, higher high, closing over bullish trap and over the 17 EMA. But look at silver down here underneath the midpoint. Okay, moving up, giving it up. Just neutral here on silver. All right, so price action did close over the 17, closed over the trap. Still underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP and underneath the midpoint. Okay, so down here in quadrant 2. Let's take a look at, so silver's in a downtrend. Gold. Gold making some little mini higher lows right here. Okay, still in a downtrend, and they'll be in a downtrend till they take out that high. Maybe if they take out this high, we'll see what happens. I'm not really going to call it that. I think they need to take out this high right here. Okay, so here's gold in a downtrend, coming close to, that is a peak up there. If they take that peak out, that could convert it to an uptrend. It's a possibility, I'll call it, if it is. All right, so there's gold, yesterday's price action, lower high, lower low, closing inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Gold still in a downtrend, closed underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP. Here we are today, trading up over that all-time high anchored VWAP. How far are they going to run with this? Okay, gold, as of this morning, back in the upper third. That's bullish. Okay, for the most part, gold going up, giving it up, making it neutral. Now we find ourselves in the upper third, up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. We've been here before. Question is, can we make the higher high and break out, or are we just consolidating in a flag-like manner over to the right? So there's gold. All right, let's take a look at a few sectors. SMH now in an uptrend. Okay, SMH uptrend, took out those highs. SMH up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Pretty close. That all-time high is 583.56. We're at 562. They could do it. It's possible. SMH in an uptrend. Market's looking good. I mean, not as good as they were before, but markets, SMH showing some horns here. All right, I haven't seen that in a while. I mean, this just consolidating right here on top of the all-time high anchored VWAP. Now we're finally getting a breakaway. All right, I like it when price action breaks away from VWAP or the all-time high anchored VWAP. So you're getting a little breakaway going on here on SMH. Keep an eye on Intel. Anyways, higher low, higher high, closing over the trap over the 17, up at the top of quadrant 4. So nice look for SMH. Take a look at XLK. All right, XLK in a downtrend. If they happen to pop that high right here, they'll be back in an uptrend. They came really close to getting it done yesterday. Consolidating up in quadrant 4. It's in a downtrend, but not moving down. Love that. Up here in quadrant 4, that is an all-time high made on the 6th of December. Okay, you can see how many times we've tackled that all-time high and failed, but we haven't like run away from it. Okay, so XLK just consolidating up here in quadrant 4. That's a nice look. SMH in an uptrend. That's a nice look. I mean, we almost had almost had an uptrend right there yesterday. So that's a nice look right there. So up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's bullish right there. So that's XLK. Let's take a look at XLF. All right, XLF still in an uptrend till they take out this low. Again, they came close to making a higher high yesterday. Couldn't quite get it done. They did make a higher low right here. Price action underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP, but hanging in tight to that all-time high anchored VWAP. Okay, price action was bullish, higher low, higher high, but we closed inside the bearish trap and underneath the falling 17 and underneath the falling all-time high anchored VWAP. But notice we're still in the upper third. Okay, so neutral to bullish right there. Okay, moving up, giving up some of it, but retracing some of that as well. So back in the upper third, looking good on XLF, looking good on SMH, looking good on XLK. All right, everything's looking good so far on those. The only one that's out of whack here is the IYT. Here's our transports. All right, they really messed this up. They took out this low, and this low right here. Okay, for IYT to get going or convert this downtrend into an uptrend, they're going to have to take out this high way up, right up here. I don't think that's going to happen in one fell swoop. But I do think they have the possibility of creating a lower high and then J-hooking off of maybe some support and taking out that high. All right, I think that's more likely to happen. But yesterday, not a bad candle for price action. All right, you can see right here, higher low, higher high, closing over the 17. It's been a while since we've been over the 17. I don't think we were over the 17 throughout all of December. Well, there's December 3rd. We were up over it, and December 2nd, and that's November. Okay, so just 2 days, we were up over the 17. All right, so finally finding our way on the other side of the 17 after 30 days of breaking down. Price action, all right, over the bullish trap, and on the other side of the 17, still stuck underneath this all-time high, falling all-time high anchored VWAP right there. Maybe we can go up and visit that in the upper third. We'll see what happens. There's IYT. Take a look at a few more sectors, and then I'm going to call it, and we're going to go take a look at the economic package. All right, XLI. XLI's in a downtrend, caught underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP. Again, moving up, giving it up, just neutral here on XLI. You can see we popped this low and this low with lower lows. So that makes it in a downtrend, okay? So it's in a downtrend and moving down. So that's not good. All right, there's the industrials. XLU having a pullback day yesterday. Price action, popped those lows, and those lows made lower lows. That makes it in a downtrend. Price action, just consolidating in a bear flag down here. So moving down and over to the right. So there's price action for XLU on the daily chart. You can see lower high, lower low, closing underneath that bullish trap and underneath the 17. So they got 2 days on the other side of the falling 17, and then they lost it. All right, so moving up, giving it up, just neutral right here on XLU. All right, last one. We did IYT. We'll do XRT, and then we'll take a look at the economic package. Retail, all right, still consolidating. It's a sloppy consolidation over prior consolidation. So that part's bullish, but we're making lower lows. See how we had a low here? We'll make a lower low. So that makes us in a downtrend. But we're pulling back to the uptrend line, okay? So that's kind of bullish, all right? Pull back to the uptrend line. Maybe we can get some juice, some spinach, and find our way back up here, making some higher highs. We'll see, all right? Right now, kind of consolidating near the upper third, all right? But for the most part, going up, giving it up, making it just neutral. And I'm going to call it neutral bullish because we're consolidating over prior consolidation. All right, so there's the daily. It's still in a downtrend for XRT. All right, let's take a look at the economic package. And we got here's the dollar. See that bearish engulfing move right there. So there's that big green candle. Well, we just wiped it out. Closing near 108.21. Price action for the dollar still in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs and higher lows and higher highs. So dollar still in an uptrend way over the 200 SMA on the daily chart. Okay, so let's take a look at max pain for today. Max pain for today is 590. All right, and put the call ratio is almost 1 put for each call, and that's the puts and calls that expired today. On the earnings reports, okay, got some familiar names, but nothing that's really going to rock and roll the markets, all right, for today. And tomorrow, same deal. Okay, some familiar names, nothing that's going to really move the markets right there. Maybe a sector or two. Thursday, don't forget Thursday, markets are going to be closed Thursday in observance of Jimmy Carter's passing. All right, so on Thursday, 93, Infosys, 93 billion. Not sure if they're going to report Thursday right there, okay? On Friday, all right, we've got, I thought we had Bank of America in here. Now we're down to 1. Somebody moved out because I know there was another one here on Friday that was going to report. And it looks like they cut and run. Anyways, Wells Fargo was projected to report Friday. $237 billion. I don't know if they're going to pull out too. Constellation Brands, $40 billion. They're projected, scheduled to report Friday morning. Okay, so this week might not be the week we were looking for. Monday, let's see what we got Monday. Just some familiar names. KB Home, nothing that's going to move the markets. Be curious to see if Wells Fargo is going to hold that date or not. We'll find out soon. We'll see what happens. I thought Bank of America was in there. You guys remember Bank of America being in there? Somebody was in there. It was another bank. I know that. It is up around $353 billion. And I thought it was Bank of America. Well, we'll have to go back and look at, you know what we could look at is yesterday's video. It'll show it in there. So anyways, not much for earnings coming out. It's till Friday, Wells Fargo. And it doesn't even look like they're committed to Friday. So we'll see what happens with that. On the economic calendar, the main event's going to be Wednesday, 2 p.m. All right, FOMC minutes right there at 2 o'clock. Today, what do we have scheduled? International Trading Goods at 8:30. ISM Services Index, 10 o'clock. JOLTS, 10 o'clock. And that's it for today. Really light day today. Thursday, remember we're closed. And I think they moved some stuff around here too because I remember some reports coming out. Okay, so they're playing games here. Or they're just moving stuff around. All right, so for Wednesday, employment report, 8:15. Jobless claims, 8:30. Fed speaker, all right, 8:30 as well. Wholesale inventories, 10 o'clock. Petroleum report, 10:30. And I thought the gas report was, yes, there it is. Gas report at noon. And then FOMC minutes at 2. Thursday we're closed. Friday, employment situation at 8:30. Consumer sentiment at 10. And a rig count at 1. That's it. Really light week, except for the Fed minutes at 2 o'clock. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, traders, that's it. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm done in 30 minutes this time instead of 45. Okay, so I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes and we'll kick off the markets. If you got some questions, just drop them in there. Thank you. Thank you, Nethers. Good morning, Chip. If you got some questions, drop them in there. I'll do my best to take care of those questions. All right, other than that, I'm going to take a little break on my voice, and I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes.